All right, Anthony on Air podcast back for another episode. Jsabs and Frankie C back here with us, and we're giving you another Ghislaine update on what her current situation is in prison right now. We're also talking about Alex Jones on Joe Rogan. That episode just got out, and of course, there's some backlash around that. Kim Kardashian holds a birthday party, not socially distant, and did President Trump soil himself while on the... Well, on the set of The Apprentice.
I mean, it could be.
That can neither confirm nor deny.
That one wasn't in the original rundown of the show plan. That got thrown in 2 seconds ago. That's why I'm kind of laughing at it. We'll look at that. Plus, best Halloween movie ever of all time. Top 3. We'll get into that on the end of the episode. Janine
likes that topic.
As you can see, Janine is festively dressed today to... represent what this week is. It is Halloween week, and we thank you guys for joining us so much. So on the last episode, we talked about this Brian Basham character and how he wants to get Ghislaine out on bail and all that. It was an interesting thing, and it's kind of sparked a lot of comments on Ghislaine and everything else. And by the way, we didn't do it to garner sympathy for Ghislaine. It was just, this is the news and what the story is.
Yeah, these are the facts, people.
Yeah, we have a little more on that. They say that, because when she was first taken in, Ghislaine, she was on suicide watch. And they had all these things that were going on, the paper clothes, etc., so on and so forth. It turns out that most of those things are actually still in place.
She's still on suicide watch.
She's not on suicide watch. She's off from what I understand, but she's in a 9-foot by 6-foot cell, which is that small by prison standards? I don't know. They're making it seem like it's smaller than a usual cell.
That seems small. I mean, if you're 6 feet tall and you lay down, you're going to hit your head. I mean, I know it's 9 feet the other way, but that's not that tall. That's not that big, I mean.
Yeah, they say that they just gave her a bra, which she didn't have. I believe she still has paper clothes, but she has a bra now so she can work out, which she was complaining about. So, big deal there. But what I think is most important, and this is for everybody that gets on us and is mad or upset that there hasn't been a mugshot yet, which there should be a mugshot. There's no reason why they shouldn't put something out.
I mean, you're holding it from us, Anthony, but okay.
Yeah, I'm holding it on the mugshot. It's in this phone right here. I just refuse to put it on.
You know what? I'll draw one for next time.
That would be great if you could do that. If you could doodle something for us. But they have 2 cameras on her at all times. So somewhere at some point, there's going to be this footage that they have, because I think, and this is why I feel like there's going to be justice served at the end of the day. The prosecutors don't want to drop the ball on this. I feel like prosecutors are pissed at the Epstein thing and the fact that he got away, and they look so terrible, and all these conspiracy theories have been born out of this. They can't strike out two at bats in a row. They can't do it. So
they got all eyes on her.
So they're doing it right this time. And supposedly they keep waking her up every 3 hours as well. Now, this is, of course, according to her friend. So this isn't from, obviously nobody at the prison or anybody is commenting on any of these situations. But yeah, they still have cameras on her, still paper clothes, although she does have a bra this time. And they have that anti-suicide thing in place where they wake you up every 3 hours to make sure that you're still alive, which anybody who's ever had a kid knows that's a completely miserable existence.
That's going to drive you closer to suicide, if anything.
Exactly.
I mean, put a mirror under their nose or something. Not that I'm saying give any sympathy to this woman. I'm just saying, if someone's under suicide watch and you want them to not commit suicide, waking them up every 3 hours isn't going to help.
Yeah, but that's what I think is interesting. This is like a little justice from the Department of Justice, for the Department of Prisons or Jail, whatever they call it. That, again, you dropped the ball last time, and she's accused of all this horrific things. If it's in their power to wake her up every 3 hours, then they're going to use that tactic. And it looks like they are. And she deserves it. I mean, I know innocent until proven guilty, but come on, she deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
She deserves to be woken up every 3 hours for sure. And then she's also this was the most hilarious part, and I don't know how true this is because again, this is all coming from this Basham character. They say she doesn't have a table to put her computer on. Oh, I know.
Oh,
why does she have a computer though? Yeah, I don't. Why
how
does
does she even have one?
I don't know. And somebody brought up an interesting point last time because we were talking about this, and Janine, we didn't even get into it. Why does she have a scale? Because she, we know that she's been losing weight. Why does she? Now I don't know.
Scale?
Right.
They probably do medical checkups on her every now and then. They probably have to take her vitals and all that.
That's what it said. Like maybe, like I think they're weighing her. I don't know if she has a scale in her cell.
I doubt she has a scale.
But it made it seem like she did. But again, this is all coming from the one guy. This isn't the prison system saying this. This is the friend saying, these are all the things that she's has been going through and is still somewhat going through.
I can't imagine in a 9x6 cell there's room for a scale.
Right.
There's a bed, toilet.
Yeah. You slide it under the bed, though, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, but
I would hate to be in jail.
Yeah, that's the point.
Jail sounds like it sucks, doesn't it?
I mean, jail like the worst part to me, hands down, is the bathroom, is the toilet in the room.
See, I would think the constant fear of being attacked and raped and stuff. No, it's the toilet.
Say somebody walks by and you're making a duty. That's the ultimate horror show for me.
Yeah, but everybody around you has to do that, so it's not like you're the only one that's doing that.
Right, but still, right. Everybody duties. Everybody knows that. But just imagine. They're doing a walkthrough of the prison. Say there's 10 people, and they stop by your cell, and you're just dropping some kids off at the pool. Oh my God!
So your fear is somebody actually seeing you, like locking eyes with you as you're doing your duties.
Yes.
See, I'm thinking about this from the other side. Now that you're talking about it, like all the cells are right there. And if you've ever gone into a public bathroom at, say, a Home Depot or a Lowe's, like that's a rough place to be in. So I'd imagine that in a jail, it probably smells like that a majority of the time.
I would imagine. I'm not sure how the ventilation is in there, but yeah. I mean, if there's a toilet every like 10 feet and there's no walls except the cell, yeah, that's not good. And there's like 2 people in a cell.
Yeah.
Like how? How do you even do that? That's inhumane.
You got no choice. That's it.
Now, is the reason because they don't want people to jump other people in like a public bathroom there?
No, the reason is you're locked in your cell and you have to, by I don't know, like humane laws, you have to be able to have access to a toilet.
But I think what Janine is saying is why isn't it more private? And I think it's because they can't lose sight of you. If they're walking by, they have to be able to see you. So if there's like a curtain up or if there's like a walls up and they don't know what you're doing in the back there, they can't.
Yeah, you could be Andy Dufresneing your way out of there.
See, that would bother me, and as weird as that is, the thing that would really kill me about being in prison is the
no cell phone.
Kind of. I was gonna say the amount of time I'd have to spend with myself, just me with my thoughts. That would drive me crazy. I couldn't.
No, I'm fine. I would rather be in solitary. I'm sure, probably not. I'm sure it's horrible and a hell to be in solitary. All I'm saying is I'd rather be by myself than around the other inmates. No offense to the other inmates, but I just don't want to be jumped and like.
Oh, Frank, don't be scared about being jumped.
You're the biggest wuss that I know. You would get eaten. You'd make a fine girlfriend for somebody in there. Let me tell you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
They would.
You sure got a pretty mouth.
Exactly. I'm good. I'll take solitary.
You know what?
Meals.
I went to a tough high school, so I'm good. Like I'm not scared of that part, even though I'm a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman.
I don't know if you could compare tough high school to prison.
Well, I would say a New York City public school is practically a prison. I mean, especially
it might be close. Frank. It might be close,
right.
Especially 40 years ago when Janine went to high school.
What was the worst? What?
What was the worst part of your high school? The priest. That's it. Damn, I got some jokes today. Okay.
We didn't have priests in our high school. We had brothers.
Well, exactly. Student Frank, you sure got a purty mouth.
This is
First of
embarrassing,
all,
but Frank went to an
I don't know
all-boys
about
high
student
school.
Frank.
How embarrassing is that?
Yeah, we went to the same high school. But
Shut up.
okay.
Let's talk about Hero Soap Company. They make outstanding soap. This is something that I would miss if I was put in jail, not being in that.
Do they
able to
have ropes on those soap?
I don't know. What kind of soap do you get in jail, though? I'd
Don't
imagine
drop
it
the soap.
stinks.
I think it's one brand. You get a generic kind of soap.
Oh,
And it's just everybody gets their own, I guess. And
it's
you have to,
probably
like, bring it
filled
to the
with
shower.
parabens and chemicals and all sorts of things that's not good for you.
Probably not the best soap.
Not like Hero Soap Company, my friends. Hero Soap Company has all natural products. The best soap that I've ever used. You buy a bar of this, they send a bar over to the troops. You buy a bar of this, they take some of the proceeds and they help build mortgage-free homes for our veterans that are returning from service, which is extraordinary. This is the spearmint. It is my second favorite, I guess, flavor, or you would say. They actually really put mint in these. That's how they get the aroma in them. Peppermint and Cool is also a good one. And
What's your favorite? That's your second favorite.
Peppermint and Cool. That's the one that tingles as you use it. Yeah, it's really, really good. They have body wash now, so check that out. You can get the link in the description of this episode or click on the banner at anthonyonair.com to order yours today. And let's not forget, thank you, Janine, that you can save 20% off on a subscription. That means you can have a bar or two or three or four, whatever, however big your family is, sent to your home every single month. You decide how much and how often, and they'll get it to you as you'd like, and you can get 20% off that right now with the promo code Anthony.
Did you
I don't
almost forget your name?
I did. It's hard.
It was close.
It's a tough one. But I would imagine that Frank would be. You have it on your forehead of like, please don't hurt me. You would not last in prison.
I am a please don't hurt me kind of person.
Yeah.
I would fight until I can't fight anymore. I would go down swinging, but I don't want to be in that situation.
Did you guys watch the show on HBO Oz like 20 years ago?
No, but I got the gist.
That kept me from a life of crime. Watching that show, absolutely.
Just
was
that, by the way.
Right.
That's the only thing.
basically. Forget those old stupid Scared Straight episodes. Like just let people watch Oz, and that was enough to know I don't want to.
I just don't want to be shanked. I don't want to be assaulted in any way. It doesn't seem, because not even that. It's the constant worrying that it's going to happen.
But here's the thing: you have to make friends with the gangs, and then you're good.
Are you?
You're good. No, you are.
Is that how you got through high school, Janine?
You know it.
Making friends and alliances. Yeah, but you put yourself on one side, and then the other side is just out to kill you.
Yeah, and not every gang or whoever you're going to want to be friends with is going to be like, yeah, come on, we got room for one more. Come on in.
Or they're always looking for people, and you could do things probably with your mouth.
Oh, see,
to stay out of trouble.
I was gonna say, like, what gang is gonna recruit Frank? What gangs will look at him, go, we need him on our side?
I can handle, the paperwork with the gang. I'll do their behind the scenes,
the administrative
taxes,
stuff,
the administrative work. Get the coffee. Someone's got to handle the overhead. How many shanks did we break today? I'll handle all that. That's fine.
Anthony, you said that show prevented you from going to jail. The one that I just watched, the women prison one, definitely not.
Orange is the New Black?
There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely prevented me, because I saw a few times of the girl going right in their cell. Nope.
Dropping a doozy?
Nope. Sorry.
Yeah.
But there was there was cells in some episodes, yeah. But for the most part, if you're talking about the main prison that they were in, where there weren't cells, they were just bunks in a big room.
Yeah, they kind of had it easy, because that was like a minimum
That's
security prison. That's like a light prison.
Right. But
Yeah.
still, I couldn't
where you're
do
like
that.
free to roam around anywhere you want
Yeah.
for the most part.
But if
You know,
you have a
there's
toilet
TV
in your
time.
room, no.
Yeah.
No.
I get it.
You know what I would probably do? I would probably wait until you have to go take a shower and then just pee your duty in there. Not
Duty
in the shower, but like, in the bathroom part.
Do they have? I mean, I don't know if the
They do.
prison showers they have stalls,
Mhm.
like
They
private
do.
stalls. All right.
I don't know.
There you go.
Maximum security though.
Whatever, which one they were
'Cause
in.
I don't know.
I just don't
The
want to
minimum
be.
security had stalls, but I don't know about maximum.
I just don't want to be around people when they're doing that. That's a horrible experience.
God,
And I'm
it
sure
is.
that's also when they're most vulnerable. So you don't want to be around. I don't know. I'd rather be in my cell.
I can't get the image
have
out
to
of
do that.
the image of like two gang leaders meeting in the prison, in the prison yard and being like, "What's up, man? How's it going?" And one guy going, "We got this new guy. I'm telling you what, man, we're so organized now. It's unbelievable."
You know how much money I'd save them? I'd handle
Oh
everything.
my God.
You'd handle all the cigarettes exchanges
He
and
took care of our books real well.
Take care of inventory. New recruits, I'd have them, the paperwork that they have to fill out.
just people watching like the scorpions walk by the prison yard. I'd be like, "Why are they so happy over there? What's going on?"
I'd handle all
Nothing.
the HR complaints.
That's funny.
Whatever is going on, I got it.
Good.
Alan Dershowitz is back in the news too. He actually wants his name unredacted from the latest Ghislaine report. This is what this guy is saying. Yeah.
Rare move.
So they're taking some, and by the way, some names kind of deserve to be taken out and redacted, because they had nothing to do with any of this. His name, I guess, maybe not, allegedly. But he's basically going on the offense, telling Page Six that, he's done nothing wrong, and he's now suing Virginia Roberts Giuffre. So they're kind of suing each other back and forth, and he's basically like, "I'm an open book. Put unredact my name. It was in there." I think he's trying to prove, his side of the case that Virginia Roberts is lying about all of this. So
It's another way to go. It's another
Sure.
strategy.
it's a strategy for sure. What I found interesting about that, though, was that I guess I shouldn't find this interesting, but he has a lawyer. Dershowitz went and got a lawyer. And he's
You don't want to.
Yeah, but
if you can, you don't want to defend yourself.
true, but he's like the guy. Like, I feel like whenever there's a super huge high profile case, especially one that doesn't look great and you got to get out of it, Dershowitz is like the guy that they call. He's the guy all the scumbags call.
But even the best barber in the world has to get his hair cut by someone else.
I guess so.
Ooh, Frank.
Hell of an analogy right there.
Thank you.
This is why you're going to make some gang really happy one day, Frank.
Telling you.
Right.
What I could do with my mouth. I mean the words that I come up with.
Right,
Words.
Frank.
That's what I mean.
Just a few hours ago, Joe Rogan dropped
Have
a
practice.
podcast with Alex Jones on it, which was surprising because when Rogan went over to Spotify, they dropped Alex Jones's episodes, if you remember, from his back catalog. They did not include those, and there was a lot of talk about whether or not he would be allowed to go in moving forward. Now, Rogan came out after all this big controversy of the Spotify employees are going to walk out unless they get more content control over what Rogan is doing. After that whole hubbub, Rogan came out and said, "Nobody from Spotify has talked to me. Nobody from management has talked to my managers." He's like, "I have not heard from anybody. Nobody has said, you can do this guest, you can't do that guest." He said there has been zero communication with the Spotify people. Now, I believe him, but that doesn't mean that these conversations are not happening or taking place in Spotify.
They might be reaching out. I mean, maybe they're talking to Joe Rogan's representative about all this stuff. Who knows?
He said they
The
weren't.
representative would talk to him.
He said, "I asked my managers if anybody from Spotify said anything to you, and they told him no."
Okay.
Okay.
They could be lying to him, or they could just have, like, it could just all still be internal discussion from Spotify. But I find it interesting because we're just in this land of overreaction now. So people were upset that Alex Jones was on. I actually caught a bit of this podcast. I listened to it on my way back from the station. And I didn't get into too much, but you know, when you listen to Alex Jones, he goes 500 miles a minute. You know, he's just sputtering out one thing after the next. And what I thought was interesting this time around was Rogan was actually stopping him to have him clarify some of the statements that he was making. Like at one point, he accused AT&T of donating money to Trump or something like that, whatever it was. And Rogan like stopped him and like made him go back. And it was like a quick exchange that took like 7 minutes to explain. And it turned out that what he was saying was actually true because he was able to cite an article and they found it. But I saw a more cautious Joe Rogan in this episode than I have ever seen before. And I don't know if it's because he's grown to such a status and sees what his podcast, the impact it has on everybody, or if it was because he was sat down and told, hey, you're now part of us and you got to be a little bit more responsible, again, because of your status and whatever.
Right.
Yeah, if you have a guy on like Alex Jones, you gotta be able to
put him in his place.
Yeah, maybe a little, but you also have to keep up with him and also kind of like nail him when he's talking crap, like bull crap. I mean, if you choose to have someone like that on, you can't just let them go wild and just give them a platform. It's got to be your show. You have to control the content. You have to control what, let him say what he's going to say, but also fact check him and put him in his place when he's telling bullcrap, which I'm sure was most of it.
So
the gangs are going to love bullcrap, though. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, they are.
The what?
They're going to love the word bullcrap.
It's gonna take off. You have no idea. They're going to get shirts made up.
Your best bet is to probably go with the religious guys. If there's a group of religious people in there, I would say that's where you need to be, Frank. And I'm just going on my knowledge of Oz and what happened in there, but like the Aryan Nation, I don't know, might not be your thing.
I'm staying away from the Aryan.
Yeah, the hardcore gangs, I don't know if they'll let you in the Latin Kings or some of those spots.
The Bloods.
Yeah, the Bloods. I don't know if you can get into that, but maybe like the Christians, maybe those guys will let you hang out with them.
Mm-hmm.
Hang out with Christians.
Would you convert to Judaism or Muslim if you knew like those guys would protect you in there?
Oh, that's a good question. No.
You wouldn't switch religion if the Muslims came up to you and you were like, dude, like we're
my religion's my religion.
No, but you're in jail now. You're in jail.
I keep my fingers crossed.
And the Muslims come up to you, and there's like some big Muslim dudes, and they're like, "We'll protect you." They come up to you, they go, "We hear you're really good at accounting, and we're having some trouble keeping track of our books."
I was like, "You want my accounting skills? You got to take me."
Yeah, but you got to convert. You got to convert, and then you could join their gang.
You don't want me accounting for the other guys, because they're gonna just bring you down.
I think you're overselling your accounting skills, man.
I'm not an accountant, by the way. I don't know where this came. I'm not an accountant. I have zero accounting skills.
They're giving you a way out, though. Switch religions.
PR.
You don't have to do
PR for them.
Any sexual acts. You don't have to do. You're not going to get beat up. You have a scot-free way of being protected.
But you're telling me I have to renounce my own religion?
Well, no. You just got to convert. You just got to be. You got to convert
just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Wow, you really love your religion.
I'll find a different gang.
I guess you're going to have to use your mouth a little bit more.
I would be like, all praise Allah. Sign me up. What do you guys got? You got a Bible, a Quran? How does it work? Get me in there. Give me a shirt. Give me the hat, whatever you need.
Just as long as your holes aren't being used.
All right.
BuzzFeed News is reporting that Spotify chief legal officer and head of global affairs, Horacio Gutierrez, circulated a memo today to team managers defending the company's policy not to ban specific individuals from appearing on its podcast just because of their past commentary. Basically, supposedly there was an uproar because of Alex Jones, and Spotify's defense was, hey, we can ban what people, we can stop and police what people say. We can't stop and police people. Meaning if Alex Jones said something that was not above water for them, they could take it down, but they're going with he was all good, and based on past stuff, we're not going to punish him. We're not going to ban people. We're just going to ban speech. Slippery slope. This isn't going to end well. I don't think that Joe Rogan sees his Spotify contract run out naturally.
You don't think so? How long is it?
It doesn't. I mean, I don't even think it's started yet, really.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, his podcasts are on there, but I think he goes exclusive January 1 or December, whatever.
Wow.
So
I think they would have hammered all this stuff out. I mean, he's got to know about most of this, right?
I don't think people saw the regular workers, the office staff, getting upset. I don't think they saw that coming. Remember, it's not the manager and the owner of Spotify that cares. It's the office workers.
Yeah, I mean, but when you bring a kook on, you have to expect kooky talk. You know, it's not like they're bringing on a well-respected, public speaker who's like...
Right, like Trump.
Right.
I will say...
on the kook, you're going to get kooky talk.
I will say, and again, I only listened to 20, 25 minutes, but you know me, I've kind of said I'm not really a fan of Alex Jones anymore. In the very, very beginning, he was interesting, and he kind of lost his way for me. But he was making this point by saying that, Joe Biden accepts money from corporations and that President Trump doesn't. He also said that President Trump doesn't deal with lobbyists, which is actually untrue. But what he said was he made this really interesting point, which is that by Trump not, I want to make sure I say it right for what he said, by Trump not taking money from corporations, not taking lobbyist money, what has happened is he's inadvertently created a scenario where everybody around him is taking money. So by him refusing to take money from corporations, okay, fine, that's great. But now what happens is this staff member, that staff member, this secretary of whatever, they're all, now because the money is still there to be had, the influence still needs to be gotten. So they're going to all these people to put money in their hands to say, hey, can you mention this to the president? That's what Alex Jones was saying. Which I found to be pretty interesting because, I could see how that sort of a vacuum would happen. And he said that AT&T gave $100 million or whatever, and they were able to pull up the article that cited just that. So it was an interesting episode. I mean, I'm not going to link it on ours, but you're not going to have any trouble finding Joe Rogan and Mr. Jones. Inclined. Yeah. Kim Kardashian, she had her 40th birthday party at a private island getaway with friends and family.
Her tweet or whatever was so... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
She shared a series of photos from the events showing attendees like Lala Anthony, Tristan Thompson, Devin Booker, Yuns Benjima, as well as her siblings, Kendall, Courtney, Chloe, and Rob. They're all together, and the tweet that she put out said, "For my birthday this year, I couldn't think of a better way to spend it than with some of the people who have shaped me into the woman that I am today." She says that everybody took tests and agreed to quarantine themselves for the last 2 weeks. Janine, are you buying that?
No, but you know what? They always see each other. So is it really any different?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people are having gatherings more so than they probably should be doing. I think this is kind of commonplace. I think that's why we're seeing cases kind of go up, and that's why people are fearing Thanksgiving and Halloween and everything. She said, after 2 weeks of multiple health screens and asking everyone to quarantine, I surprised my closest inner circle with a trip to a private island where we could pretend things were normal just for a brief moment in time.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Private island.
It's some private island. I don't know which one. Here's my issue with this. Can you be more tone deaf? Can you
Exactly.
be more lost in reading the room and what's going on in the country right now that we need your fat ass out there throwing it in everybody's face that you could do
Honestly.
something that they can't do?
Well,
Yeah, and
that's not right.
we want it to be normal, so we went to our private island. We took the whole family to a private island just to get away from all this, COVID stuff that everybody's still going through. It's like if you want to go do that, go do that. But to shove it in everybody's face, we're all dealing with this crap. It's it is very tone deaf. 200,000 plus dead, and it's like I gotta get away to my private island just to get away from it all. It's like get out of my face.
Oh,
Frank's fired up. He ain't gonna be allowed in the Kardashian gang. I'll tell you that.
He's not
gonna
take this bull crap anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously though, that's not. You just said it yourself. It's tone deaf.
I would be surprised if some fans don't turn on her. I mean, obviously her detractors would have that thing, but and she deserves it. She can afford it. She deserves it. I'm certain that rich people are doing this all over the place, but like you
go have fun on your private island. Definitely.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. It's your money. Live your life. But to shove it down your fans' throats, it's like nobody can get away to their private island. It's like you're kind of, showing off and shoving it in everybody's face that while you guys are stuck, being in quarantine and staying home and dealing with all this, I'm going to be at my private island. It's just a little,
I mean, the alternative is that she's stuck in her mansion. So,
Yep. Thank God she was able to get away.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she could have she could have asked everybody to quarantine and taken the scans and had the same party at her own little island or at her own backyard or whatever it was.
No, not even. If she wanted to go to her island, great. Go to your island. You can do that. You have the freedom to do that. If you're legally, you're able to do that, go for it. But to just be like, oh, I just wanted to get back to normal for a little while. It's like we're all dealing with this thing. It's tone deaf. It's not like she can't do that. She has every right to do that. There's nothing illegal or whatever that, she didn't do anything wrong. It's just tone deaf is what it is.
And like it's part of her lifestyle to live in the public's eye. Like, I don't know if I wonder if the thought ever occurred to her to just do this and you don't have to release pictures. Like, you're in a private island. There's no paparazzi.
Right, exactly.
You could have gotten.
No one's gonna find out.
No one's gonna find out unless you make them find out. Like,
or the message could have been different. It could have been like, I just needed to step back for a moment while my husband is doing this. I just, maybe we needed to.
By the way,
want
Kanye,
to see my family.
Kanye, I didn't see Kanye in any of the photos. I mean, I'm not saying he wasn't there, but I did not see him in the photograph.
Well, he's campaigning.
That's true.
I don't know where he is actually.
That is very true.
But
will he win next week?
I'm sorry.
Let's see. Will he win next week?
He's on the ballot, I think.
Let's see. I'm writing in Kanye. LOL. That's going to be my write-in vote.
I don't think you have to write him in.
What?
You might. I'm just going to write Britney
He's
Spears.
on the ballot, isn't he?
I don't know if he's on the ballot in New York.
No, I don't know.
Either way, I'm still right. I wouldn't vote for Kanye West, but I'm just going to vote for Kanye. LOL.
Vote right in C-3PO.
There you go. Former Apprentice staffer Noel Castler accuses Donald Trump of drug use and inappropriate behavior during the Celebrity Apprentice. So the president,
pooping himself.
Shocker.
The president sent out a tweet, basically saying, let's see here. This was against Sleepy Joe. He sent out a tweet saying his handlers, ripped Sleepy Joe off the stage yesterday when he got lost in a mental fog, a disaster. Very little reporting on this, to which Noel responded, as a former handler of your family on Celebrity Apprentice, I remember the time you soiled yourself in the middle of a take and Vanky had to tell you we needed to take a break as you were lost in a benzo/Adderall haze. Keith Schiller changed your depends. At real Donald Trump.
So we have nothing to verify any of this except for this one guy. Just saying. I mean, it's out there, but I don't think there's any follow-ups.
If half of our group text, the men, have soiled themselves, the president definitely did.
Let's handle that allegation in a second. Let me just address what Frank said. It's been confirmed by People magazine that he did indeed work on The Apprentice, this guy.
Okay, so we know he worked there.
So we could at least put him there. I don't know, if this is the true part, but we could at least put him there.
Well, from his story, it seems like there were a lot of people involved in this. So, I feel like it's not like he soiled himself and one person saw it. It looks like him, this other guy, Keith something or other.
Yeah, well, that's my thing. Like,
Bonky.
where's the other guy? Like, if this really happened, if this really happened, more than one people saw it. So, like, I worked for the New York Islanders at a time. You would argue that those are famous people to a degree, right? Mm-hmm. There were rumors every single day about somebody else doing whatever was happening. Like, you couldn't stop it. I don't know if these things were true or not, but my point is somebody soiled themselves. There is no way that would be kept quiet around the set.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why it's weird that this is just, unless there's all non-disclosures, and who knows, maybe the people working on the thing, on the show, had to sign something. I don't know.
Could be. I mean, I guess that, but they actually definitely did have to sign something. So it's interesting that this guy's breaking his silence. But let's put it on the probability. Give me the probability. I mean, I almost don't have to ask Frank. I feel like he'll believe this for sure.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just one guy said it. I have no idea.
67% chance that he did it.
Yeah, I was going to put it up around 80, 85%. It was the Adderall comment that really got me, because all these business guys like to take a little bump of something, get them through the day. Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good shot. I'd say 75%.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he soiled himself, but taking the drugs and everything, that definitely. Actually, yeah, I would say that it's quite possible. But how would he not know? I mean, I guess he would be in such a haze of.
I mean, this was a picture going around for a while. I don't know how true that one is.
I can't see anything.
Hang on.
Oh, I don't think that's true at all.
No, because there's a few angles here.
Yeah,
that
Frank,
might not be.
For those listening, Frank showed a picture of Trump walking a golf course with a stained rear end.
Yeah, that might not be true. Let's chalk that up to fake news.
All right, let's go back to half of our group of friends have soiled themselves. I don't know if that's entirely true.
What is that
Are
about?
you kidding me?
I mean, a couple of close.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'd say 75%.
I'd say 75%.
No, I mean 75% haven't.
Haven't? Oh no. I'd say at least one guy in
there are 7 guys, 7 girls in this text chain. So you're saying how many? Half?
I was actually just talking about the men.
She was just referring to the men. Yeah.
So 3 or 4 have.
I'm Frank. I'm still not sure women actually go poopies, to be honest with you. I've yet to see it.
I think it just disappears into like a pixie dust and floats away into the sky.
I'm with you on that.
Right.
Well, we know your brother definitely, for sure.
Definitely.
Millhouse?
Your brother too.
How funny is that? Both of your brothers. I'm not going to tell you who I was talking to at first, but yes, both of your brothers.
So that's 2.
I can neither confirm nor deny that Millhouse has ever soiled himself.
He definitely has.
I don't want to.
I'd say at least one of you guys.
No,
one of you.
I have to think about this. I don't.
When I was a baby.
No.
I tell you what. One time, I had to go so bad that I was driving home, and it was so the pain was so intense.
One or 2.
I know.
That I literally pulled over, and I was
it
like,
number 2?
"It's just gonna happen." I was just like, "I can't." I came to a place mentally where I was like, I'm gonna go
Okay, this is gonna happen.
in my pants in the front seat of this car because I cannot take it anymore. Yeah, there was that moment like, this is gonna happen. This is happening. And I pulled over, and like for whatever reason, like when you're like fighting to keep it back and everything, and you get that like 3 seconds of reprieve. Yeah. I was in that moment of like reprieve, and I was like,
you're basically yo-yoing it for a little bit.
I was like, you know what? I was like, no, I can make it. I was like, I think I could do this. I think I could.
You said to yourself, I'm an adult. I can hold it.
Because then I also had this thought of like, I'm just gonna get out of the car, and it's gonna happen on the side of
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you stand up.
Okay, so at least one of you guys.
It was it didn't happen. It was I couldn't believe that it didn't happen because, like I said, I came to accept it, and it just didn't happen.
I was driving home one time, and I was on the Belt Parkway in worst traffic I've ever seen.
Oh God!
I was holding in number 1. Number 2.
You could just pull out a bottle.
Right. I didn't have a bottle, and I wanted to go in a toilet. I didn't want to pull over and go on the side of the road. So I pulled off at the nearest exit I could find, and there was a strip of stores, and I just parked and I ran in like 4 stores, and on the 4th one I said, dude, I gotta go. You gotta help me out. It was a mattress store. It was like a no-name mattress store. It wasn't a Sleepy's. It wasn't I don't remember what the hell it was called. But I was like, you gotta have a back bathroom. I'll be in and out. But if I don't go, it's just going to be a problem. And I went in, and it was like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
All right, Frank's brother has the greatest story on this one. But first, let me mention.
I think I know that one.
Let me mention that the merch store is open. You guys can grab some of our swag, some T-shirts, some mugs. We got mouse pads and everything else. People even use mouse pads anymore? I feel like we're losing on that one.
Huh?
Yeah, if you don't have a laptop or...
Link in the description of this episode, and of course anthonyonair.com. Go check out our store. Frank's brother tells me this story, and maybe I'm butchering this, Frank, but this is he had to go so bad. And by the way, Frank's brother has 40 of these stories. He's got a lot. He's got some issues. But
there's a lot of these stories. That's true.
He walks into, I think, like a bodega, and he tells the guy, I'm gonna do number 2 in your store, and it's your choice if it's here or in the bathroom.
For those of you who don't know what my brother looks like, this is him.
Like just that, like I think he went into a couple places and they told him no. In the last place, he's like, "Listen, guy, this is happening. If you want it to happen in your bathroom or not, it's up to you."
Hey,
I could tell you where it was. It wasn't a bodega.
It wasn't a bodega?
No.
What was it?
Where was it?
It was a popular store at the time. He ended up working there 2 years later.
Blockbuster?
It was a Blockbuster.
It was Blockbuster. Okay, yeah. It's hard to keep track.
Like,
There's a lot of these stories.
It's going to happen right here, or it's going to happen in your bed. And they're like, oh, God. And they ran and they unlocked the bed.
That's hysterical. Can I tell my story? I'm not going to tell it.
No, tell your story.
Oh,
No,
you say you brought it up.
No, you brought it up now. Come on.
All right, so this was last September. So I was very pregnant.
Oh, yeah,
and I went.
That's tough.
I feel like every pregnant woman gets a pass though when it comes to this.
Yeah.
I was during my lunch break at work. I went to the supermarket, went up and down the aisles, loaded a lot of stuff, and all of a sudden I was like,
Yep.
am I going to give birth right here?
Oh, that's different.
Oh my God, my stomach. And I was like this. I was holding onto the cart and this guy comes up to me. He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, do you want me to call an ambulance? I was like, no, I'm good. And I was like, you like try to breathe through it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was definitely number 2. But I really thought like, maybe I'm going into labor.
It felt like that.
It felt that bad. So now I'm like, I leave the whole cart. now I'm mad because of that. So there's a Starbucks right in front of me, which I'll use a Starbucks for that.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh my God, what if there's a line? What if there's a line? What am I going to do?
You don't like to go anywhere but your home.
No, right.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I could jump on the SAG and get home in 9 minutes if I really go 70, 75. So I'm like, I'm going to do this. I get in the car and I'm like swerving, trying to hold on to my stomach, you know. I get home. My parents are there. And I try to open the door. My mom locked the outside door. Now I'm like, well, I got in finally. Okay, fine. And then I'm like, well, I have to go back to work. I go back to work and I'm like, listen, this is what happened. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Then I get a notification on my phone from the Ring camera. So we recorded my whole episode.
Oh, tell me this video exists.
Yes, it does.
Ah.
Wait, did you get in the house or did you go around back and?
No, I got in the house.
Oh, okay.
I was like
your
screaming,
leading
knocking
up to the house.
Oh my God.
We've got to see this
yeah.
video.
So wait a minute. I'm a little weirded out here by the timeline. You were shopping in the middle of your workday.
Yes, on my lunch hour.
Oh, your lunch hour.
Because it was like 5 minutes away.
Gotcha.
So instead of eating, I went to ShopRite.
Okay.
I just love that you abandoned your cart. Like, I wonder how many times like a supermarket employee comes across like an abandoned cart and was like, oh, that person must have had to leave to take a shit.
You know it.
To put all your crap back.
I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me?
I wonder if they're paging people like, Tommy, we got another shit cart here in aisle 4. Can you restock everything?
I bet they have a term for it. You know, it happens so often. There's probably a term for it.
Maybe it is called a shit cart.
Shit cart, crap cart.
Crap cart. There you go.
Crap cart.
Oh, God.
You need the alliteration there.
Oh, man.
Right.
Was it a full cart?
It was about 3/4 of the way full. Yeah.
Yeah, it's full enough.
Yeah.
To be annoying.
I feel weird about leaving the cart though to use. I've left the cart to go pee in the store. Like, I feel weird about that. Like, just leaving all your stuff like aimlessly outside.
It's not your stuff yet.
True, but feels kind of weird.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I cannot wait online and pay for this. No way.
Oh, the other day, I literally went shopping 2 days ago, and I'm walking around with the cart, and I guess I had like maybe 20 things in the cart, not that many. There were 20 small things. I'm walking around, and it hit me. This number 2 hit me like a freaking bulldozer. So I'm like, oh God, what do I do? The worst pain you can imagine, besides childbirth. I'll give you that.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. So I'm walking and I'm like in the middle of Stop and Shop, and I'm like, what do I do? So I felt like such a creep, but I undid my buckle.
You what?
I undid my buckle and my top button. I felt like such a creep, but I had to. I was going to explode.
Like Rudy Giuliani in it?
I didn't go that far. I kept my hands on the outside.
Were you at the point that you were sweating?
I was close. It was the sharp, that sharp pain that you get like someone stabbing you in the stomach. Oh, that's what hit me. And then I was like, I called my wife. I said, I'm on my way home. I paid for everything. I packed everything in the car. I said, I'm on my way home. I'm going straight to the bathroom. Just clear a path.
I did that. Did that my time too. I texted my wife. I was like, get the kids out of the way. Clear, and she's like, are you going upstairs? I go, it's not happening. I go, I'm hoping.
Where's the closest one?
Downstairs bathroom for sure. We can't risk upstairs. It might not, not going to make it. God. That's exactly what happened.
This was 2 days ago. It was rough.
Okay, so you guys definitely have shat your pants before. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, we go through extreme lengths not to do that.
Nope.
That's
you
the
guys
point of these stories. The point of these stories is to tell you that we don't do this.
I'd say at least 5 of us, the men, did it.
Yeah, I would
5
say
out
it
of
happens.
7 men.
But you know what though? Like if you're high or you're drunk, do you really not realize? I mean, you got to be pretty blitzed.
You got to be gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can host a TV show while you're that gone that you soil yourself and don't notice.
They really, I mean,
You never know.
he's sitting
Were
in
you
a
ever
chair
on
for the most
Adderall?
part.
I've never been on Adderall, so I don't know. But I have a feeling like it could more be like swamp ass than actual soilage. Maybe he was just sweating his bag off and a little puddle around.
Could have been a shark.
Could have been a shark.
No.
Oops.
We've all been there where we fart and you're like, "Excuse me, I have to check on something."
Just gotta take a look. Make sure
Oh my
everything's
God!
all right.
No.
That was way warm. Why is it warm sometimes? You ever have that happen where it's just like far warmer than it usually is?
Well, it should
Like,
be warm. Oh,
whoa,
like if it's
what just
really too
happened here?
warm?
Yeah, like where you're like you fart and you're like, that is warm. That's what's going on here.
Yeah, that's, when you eat spicy stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I have to check with my doctor. Let's talk about the greatest horror movies of all time. I'll leave this to you guys. Top
Yeah,
3? Do you
what's
want to
yours?
give your top 3?
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna give you my top 3.
Is Hubie Halloween in this top 3? Because that's going to be in mine.
It's number 4.
What is it?
The one. the new
Hubie
Sandler.
Halloween.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh,
so.
very good.
Adam Sandler on Halloween.
Oh, I got another movie. What voice should I make? Yabba da do.
So your
Okay,
top 3.
I
Now,
love
this has to
Sandler,
be
by the way. I don't want to be
scary.
taken to the woodshed. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Frank.
That's okay.
No. I
Well,
was just saying, these has to be scary. Like, it can't be like Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, it's a
no.
Halloween movie, but you're talking horror movie.
Thanks for bringing this back up. I had to suffer through what criteria it takes to be a horror movie or a Halloween movie before the show. It was like,
There's a
forget it.
difference.
Not
There's a
all
difference.
horror movies are Halloween movies. No, wait.
I'd rather be
No,
cleaning
you're
up.
right. You're right. You're
I'd
right.
rather be cleaning the soiled pants of a TV star than having this conversation again.
Yeah, so not all horror movies are necessarily Halloween movies. They're just horror.
Right.
So
Then
what
there
was your
are-
criteria? It has to be happening on Halloween for it to be a Halloween movie?
It has to revolve around Halloween somehow, right? Am I wrong
Yes.
there? Can it just be I mean,
A horror movie is a horror movie. Doesn't have to
it's
be
not a
about Halloween.
movie.
It could be any
Right.
time. But if a horror movie takes place in and or around Halloween, you're saying it's a Halloween movie.
I
Yes.
think so.
Great. Call the UN.
Yes.
Tell them we're ready to take on world peace because we knocked that one out of the
We
park.
got it. We got it.
Settled.
We're done.
All right.
You
Who's
telling
going
me I wouldn't
first?
be an asset to a gang? Come on.
Guys.
So again,
Well, Freddy Krueger. That's
does
in my
that take
top
place
3.
on Halloween?
It does not take place on Halloween.
All right. Can I stop you here because I'm not going to have anything to contribute to this conversation, but I will say I loved Freddy Krueger movies when I was younger.
Right?
This
When
idea
you're younger, yeah.
this idea of you can be haunted through your dreams is so fascinating and captivating to me. It's far better than Jason with he's dead but not dead and he's back and he's in the water and he's
all
going
of
to kill
them
you.
are like that. Even Freddy Krueger, he's dead, but he's not dead.
Yeah, but
No.
I like the dream. I like the fact that he gets to you in a dream. That to me is like that will make you not want to sleep. That will keep you up at night.
That's right.
So
Now, could he attack 2 people at once? Like if 2 people fell asleep or having different dreams, could he be in both of those dreams at the same time? I don't think that's ever happened.
Oh, I don't know.
it sounds like you're trying to combine Friday the 13th with Inception.
Yeah, that could be.
You might have a new franchise on your hands there, Frank.
There we go.
Inception the 13th. So your
You can go.
favorite is all right.
Well,
I can't. Let's not say Halloween movie. Let's just say horror movie because I don't think there are a ton of strictly Halloween movies.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
So Janine, go ahead.
go
So
ahead.
now,
Horror movie.
are you saying the original Friday the 13th, or you're just saying Freddy Krueger in general?
Freddy Krueger, the original one.
Okay.
Original. with Johnny Depp.
That's right.
Okay, that's number 3.
So
Number
that's
2.
your favorite.
Oh, that's number 1.
Well, it's hard to pick. Like, I'd say that I have to pick top 3.
Okay, give me
Do I
top
have to
3.
pick the first one?
Go ahead.
I also like the movie April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day.
It takes place in the 80s.
Okay.
It's an 80s horror movie.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Go ahead.
Good one. And then I also like Annabelle. It came out a few
Ooh.
years ago. That's it hasn't come out, like a good horror movie hasn't come out like that in a few years.
I like the idea of Annabelle, but the movie itself, the doll didn't do anything.
Well, there's
The
a
doll
few
was
different
just
movies.
there when stuff happened.
All right.
You know, you never see the doll. Like, the doll is just, every time something scary happened, the camera would go to the doll and it would just be sitting there. And it'd be like, oh, I guess the doll has something to do with it because the camera told us it did.
Maybe it's even scarier that way, Frank.
Maybe. I don't know.
Now you go.
Is this like a new Chucky?
But you'd think. But the doll isn't, again, the doll is sitting in a chair, then it's on the bed, and that's pretty much all it does.
Wait, it's just
But
moving
weird
around
stuff's
rather,
happening around the house.
and the doll's just moving around with no explanation?
Doll moves around, you never see it move. And then it's supposedly that's the haunted doll. It's supposedly based on the real Annabelle, the real doll.
This is why I won't let an elf in the shelf in my house.
Right?
So this very reason. All right, so there's
And
Janine's
you
top
never really
3.
see the doll do anything, but it's supposedly possessed.
Now, I'm amazed that Janine has named a film that Frank hasn't seen before. That's what's pretty amazing to me.
April Fool, I never even heard of it. I mean, I'm sure maybe I have, but I don't know anything about it.
It's a good one.
It
Watch
sounds
it.
like there's an April Fool's fan out there that's going to be so super excited that somebody else knows this movie even exists.
Yes, she knows it.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Okay.
So my favorites, you got to go original Halloween with Michael Myers.
Okay.
I mean, that's just a classic.
Sucks.
Then Sucks. Oh,
Bleh.
he's so menacing. No?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Then there is not Annabelle. It was a different one. It was called what the heck is it called? The Conjuring.
Oh, yes, that one is really good too.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thank your producer on that one, Frank.
Yes, I will. That's my wife. Let's see. And I gotta go. When I was a kid, I would say Child's Play was a good horror movie. Now
That was
you
a good
watch
one.
it and you're like, it's goofy.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy now. But even Friday the 13th was pretty good. I like the whole Jason, what's it called? Not trilogy, but
What about the Saw movies?
Saw movies are good. They're more gory than
Yeah,
scary.
they're not really scary, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're horror. They were definitely horror movies, but they're not like terrifying.
Right.
And what about It? None of you guys named It?
You know, I didn't find it to be that scary.
I forgot about that one.
You know, it attacks
That's a scary
kids,
one.
which I'm not.
All right, let me
It's
go
in
with
Maine, which I'm not.
let me give you some of the list of the scariest movies of all time. The Exorcist, Get
You know,
Out.
I've seen The Exorcist, and I'm like,
It's not that scary.
None of you said Get Out.
Get Out
No.
was really good, but again, not scary.
The Shining.
Shining is really good.
Not scary.
There are a few scary parts, a few jumps, but again, I'm not scared of it. I'm not like, I could watch it in the dark and I'd be fine.
Right.
No, Shining is up there. You put 2 little girls at the end of the hallway that are ghosts. I can't. Little girls, if you want to scare the bejesus out of me, a little girl ghost is the absolute worst.
One day,
man.
your daughter is going to scare the crap out of you just because she's like standing in a hallway.
She already has.
That's right.
Has she done that?
My daughter, she stands there and she goes, I see you. She just stands there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
no thanks.
That's why I'm keeping her alive, not out of fatherly love. It's more, I don't want her to haunt my ass when she
I don't want
dies.
her to come back as a
Right.
ghost.
Yeah. Can't have it.
All right, what else?
Blair Witch. That was a big,
When it came out, before they revealed that
It was fake.
It wasn't really found footage.
Right. I always thought it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, when everybody was thinking it was real, then it was kind of creepy.
Right.
And that you had to kind of see it in that first week or two. And this was almost pre-internet. I mean, the internet was around, but
Yeah, not everybody. It wasn't like as
like today.
information wasn't as fast.
Yeah. The Conjuring is on here. Silence of the Lambs is on here. A Quiet Place. I haven't seen that yet. And you guys see The Quiet Place?
Place
I did. It was pretty good.
But it's like an alien movie. Though.
Not scary.
Yeah.
Carrie.
It's far-fetched.
Carrie's on
Carrie
here.
is again. It's not scary. It's a thriller.
Scream.
But what are you scared of? Scream is good. See, that's a good horror movie.
I would say that's
That is
more
a
like
good
a
one.
teen movie, though. That was like a horror
Yeah.
movie, you know?
Yeah, but you were scared to probably answer. Oh, what's the other? The Ring. If
I knew
watch The
you
Ring,
wouldn't think that was scary, right? Yeah.
If you watch The Ring, guaranteed, whenever the phone rang for a few days later, you're like, maybe I'll let the machine get that one.
I was just gonna say my list would be, and I'm not really a big fan of these genres, but my list would be The Ring. It would be either Friday the 13th or The Shining, and none of you guys named this one, Psycho.
Oh, okay.
Psycho's good.
I'm a big fan
That's
of
a good one.
Psycho. Yeah,
It's
and
a good ones, but for me, for something to be scary, it has to be like it could happen to me. I mean,
Yeah.
Psycho, I guess, could, but it's still, it's not.
Yeah,
like
that's why I
ghosts
think
freak me out.
yes, same here. That's
But-
why The Conjuring is such a good movie, right?
But Hitchcock was the first one to put horror into real situations and not like
Exactly.
scary, creepy noises and stuff like that. Like he put you in the middle of the day. Yeah.
Oh, Night of the Living Dead is a great.
That's a
one.
good one.
Or Dawn of the Dead.
What do you think? Do you think that like Halloween's getting overshadowed this year by not only the pandemic but the election?
Oh yeah, it's definitely
No,
taken away
what-
from it. Not fair.
Like you can't have a party really, and everybody's really buzzing about the election. Whereas like,
Well, that's the pandemic. You can't have a big thing, and everything's kind of tampered down. You can't have like costume contests and bars and stuff.
because you know what, the best part about
That's true.
Halloween on a presidential election year was watching like 57 versions of the candidates walk into the room that night. Like everybody would dress as Obama or Trump or Hillary. Like in those years, it was like great.
Or me as I dressed up, front Hillary, back Trump.
Did you really?
Is that what you did?
You ever seen that video I posted on Facebook
No.
of me
Yeah.
dancing? Oh, you have to post it.
Oh God.
So, put it out. Well,
How did we not
I'll
see
repost
that?
it.
All right,
Tag
I'll
me
send
in
it to you because I still have it.
Yeah, tag me in it
4 years ago.
or whatever. We'll repost it. We'll put it on our Facebook or our where is it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram?
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
I would love if the people in the comments told us their favorite horror movies.
Yes, tell us your favorite horror movies.
No, it's okay.
All right, don't do that. No, because I want to see a good one. I've actually told my wife, I was like, I'm in the mood for a good scary movie, and I just got to find one. I got to find a real good one. So, if anybody has suggestions, let me know.
All right, but you both seem to like The Conjuring. That's
Yeah, it's messed up, man.
Well, we
Anything
agree
with
on a movie?
ghosts.
what?
We agree on a movie.
Like once. Yeah, this is
Wow,
rare.
wow, groundbreaking.
Hey, Friday the 13th, you said you liked, or Nightmare on Elm Street? I like
Nightmare,
those.
I like. Friday the 13th and Michael Myers.
Oh, Michael Myers is classic. Such
Yeah.
a good one.
Kind of played and tired. All right, so favorite movie, and also, do you think the president soiled himself in front of a bunch of people on a TV set? You could let us know either. You can answer either one of those questions in the comments below. Appreciate that. Don't forget to head on over to Hero Soap and grab yourself some amazing soap, the best soap I've ever used. You buy a bar, they send a bar to the troops. They use some of the money to build homes for veterans. It's just fantastic. Link in the description below. Save 20% on a subscription, or you can click on the banner at anthonyonair.com. We will see you before Halloween. There'll be one more episode.
Yeah.
And there'll be an episode before. Should we do an election special on Monday?
Oh my God. Yes.
Will people watch us over the election?
No.
Absolutely.
But I think it would be a good pregame for the actual election coverage.
I think so, because maybe you guys can explain to me the difference between a Democrat and a Republican.
We'll get
Just
into
so
that.
I could see which one I am,
Yes.
so
Okay,
I can figure out who to vote for. Okay,
We'll
thank
do
you.
that off the air.
The Republicans
Thanks.
are the liberal ones and the Democrats are the
No,
conservatives.
that's the opposite. Don't listen to him.
Sorry. The Democrats are the crybabies and the Republicans are the heartless pieces of crap.
That's a little closer.
That one was accurate, actually.
That's pretty close.
I didn't even know what I was going to say when I started talking, so that was exciting for me, too. All right.
Very good.
We'll leave it there. Don't forget to like and share on Facebook and YouTube and all that stuff, and tweet the show out. And if you've ordered Hero Soap, let us know. Again, still not a negative comment about the Hero Soap. Everybody's been enjoying their Hero Soap, so that's very appreciative, and we're grateful to give you guys a good product. And we'll see you on one of the next episodes, which may or may not be an election coverage episode.
Ooh.
Could be a Halloween one.
They're both scary.
Exactly.
I'm terrified.